Washington, D.C., according to a November 2007 report, is number 5 on the list of homeless in the United States per capita. Many people walk by the same homeless every single day, ignoring them, looking straight ahead, and occasionally handing out change. But not everyone is like that. I did meet some early 20-year-olds sitting in a Taco Bell with a homeless man. They gave him food, they sat and talked to him, and I spoke to them afterwards, and it gave me a lot of hope for the way that humanity is today.
Why didn't you give him money? Why did you buy him food specifically?
Well, he asked us to buy him food specifically because he said he knows that often people ask for money and are disappointed when it was food. But food also, when you can share a meal with someone, they will talk more than if you just give them money.
Now, what do you find out about, is there anything utterly fascinating when you meet these people? Because you're sitting there actually talking to them.
Yeah, it's amazing how similar they can be to just regular people like us. When you talk to them just as a friend, not as someone just giving them just money off, just like a charitable donation or something. When you're actually talking to them and finding out about their lives, you find out all kinds of things, like how they got in that position.
How are you brave enough that you're going to walk up to a homeless person and just really literally going into a place with them and buying them food and talking to them? How do you get the courage to do that?
Well, I guess one of the first times I went, probably the first time I went to hang out with the homeless, it was a little bit intimidating, but really it doesn't really scare me at all, because the people that we see on the streets are people just like us, and so I don't think it's very intimidating. I just think of these people who really are just like us, who just, in a different body, in a different situation, with less money and without a place to come home to, but really it's just another friend to have. And a lot of times the homeless people we meet are a lot more humble and appreciative of company and food, but just as opposed to a lot of other people who are maybe arrogant, the homeless people are actually much easier to hang out with.
I used to be really scared too when I first started, and I still am sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. And I think the thing that makes a difference is that, like we said, when you start to develop relationships with them, you can say, "Oh, hi Richard, how are things going with you this week?" Or you just start to develop a rapport.
That they just need someone to talk to, and it really helps them out in the long run to encourage them, because they are on the street every day with millions of people walking by, the same people every day, just looking straight ahead of them. And if you can talk to them and find out, what their situation is, and how, and they just give them hope, pretty much, because that's really, a lot of them just lost all hope.
I'm gonna have to quote somebody here, who's this Christian activist guy called Shane Claiborne, but he said, "There's enough for everyone's need. There's just not enough for everyone's greed, and most of us have more than we need, so we could definitely spare some money or some of our goods to help the people who don't have as much, and we wouldn't even really lose anything. We would just kind of gain the satisfaction of knowing that we're actually trying to change the world."